Hey, what's going on? This is Sunshine over here.
And E.
All right. Question time again. This is going to be a question that I'm asking today. And that question is, there's a song by a group called the Blues Travelers. And it was saying, the name of it is 100 Years. And throughout the course of the song, he says different things in the song. And is basically saying it won't mean a thing in 100 years. Meaning things that happen 100 years from now, it won't mean a thing. But generally speaking, it does mean a little bit, but not as much as you think. It won't be as important. So the question is, and I have to give some little caveats to this, is would you prefer, I'm going to set it up this way, to spend 30 days or 1 month, 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future? Now, we're going to put you in a spot where you can't do anything to your past or your in the future. Can't alter anything. So we're not going to put you, like, if you're from New York, we're not going to put you in New York where you go see your relatives and screw stuff up, or see maybe your grandchildren.
They're changing.
So don't change. Just experience that difference in 100 years. So what did you prefer?
So are you? So you're saying we're going in as if we're somebody else, or you just observing?
No, you'll be alive. You'll be an actual person. You'll be actually a person there. Of course, no one would know you because we're putting there you wouldn't know anybody. So you physically, it's not like a fly on the wall type thing. It's you're actually personally walking around, and it'd be all set up where you have a place to stay and all that. So it's not an issue of that, but it's just the experience. Which would you rather experience? 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future?
I'm gonna say 100 years in the future, but it's kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
I often wondered being in the past, but the way you hear how history went, I don't think I would make it. But if you went beyond that, meaning like in biblical times, I would love to experience the biblical
that's interesting.
era. But the answer to the question, I would move to the future. Only because technology is different. The only thing that kind of scares me is technology does take over. It's taking over.
Right.
But we were aware of that before.
Yeah.
Because movies and history already kind of planned that out. And but am I ready for that? I don't know. That's a good question to know if I want to be there or if I'm ready for it.
Right.
Or vice versa.
With the future, it's funny because when you look back at some of the things that we have done in the our past, and things that we think were going to happen in our future from the past, it's funny how some things never really came to fruition like we thought they were, or we imagined, like the Jetsons. We've never gotten to that point. But there's other things that in the past, like in the 50s, you had drive-in theaters. That's really kind of before their times. 3D, they had that back in the 50s. That was kind of before their time. And it seemed like if they never did that, that would probably be the hot thing right now. Because you think about it, the biggest thing...
You say the 50s.
Yeah, when they used to drive in, because you think...
I know, okay, but you're saying 100 years.
Yeah, I'm just saying, so if you go in the past, my thing is some of the things we thought were going to happen, and that's not 50 years, but it's about 60, 70, it's close. But my point is, there's certain things we thought would happen, and it never really got to there as we were thinking about it, and there's things that we have done that really were before their time. And I just think one of the things I always thought was movie drive-in theaters was before their time, because the biggest issue that they had, I don't know if you've ever been to one, is the fact of they used to have this little thing that you would put in your car so you can hear it. You hang on your. Then they got to the point where you can just do your radio, but they had a little box because batteries were running out, so they had to jump people's car. But now we got cell phones and we could just hook the earbuds.
We have no idea how they have it now. It probably is.
But I'm just saying, Yeah, it probably is, but it should be the hottest thing now. Because now you don't have to, it's just, they pay, it's a carload. It's not per person at one time.
Yeah, it is.
It may be per person now, but I know at one time they used to charge a carload.
Hide
Yeah,
in the
people
back.
used to hide. People used to hide and get out later. Yeah, people, but it's still, so, but for me, I would love to, it's really tough. I would probably only want to go to the future simply because there'd be more things there that I would be introduced to. Where in the past, I'm just kind of verifying the things that they said happened. So if I go in the past, I'm just seeing things, but I'm just seeing what I knew happened.
But what if the past wasn't?
hands.
Okay, so I guess that changes my question. Too.
Okay.
I mean, mine is, what if the past wasn't what we thought, what we've been taught all this time?
Well, that's tough because you can't do anything about it. But it's funny. Maybe you would deal with it differently here. But I just don't. I just think there are going to be things that I think some of it'd be true, but it might not be at the level that you thought, or it wouldn't be as bad as you thought.
I mean, some of it is because television and stuff shows it.
Yeah,
It shows the history. So yeah, I was just wondering how that would be.
I would just like to go, like I said, I would go into the future simply because there'd be new things. I'll be experiencing new, and then you can see how they thought this was going to be the next thing, but it actually was this. Those are things that I would like to experience.
The only thing that scares me about the future is I don't know how you put it, the God playing. But I guess that was in our past too, where they had the embryos making, babies.
Oh, okay.
Embryonics and, but now we're talking about what they're saying, robotic stuff kind of taking over. And is that going to be, because any kind of machine can default. Now, could it be defaulted to be harmful to us? Right. So I mean, it's a lot of different things. But I still say the future. Yeah. But there's a lot of things you can kind of look at. I don't know.
Yeah, and now people say that if you don't remember the past, you're destined to repeat it. That's the only thing I would be concerned about, is if there's things that we just neglect and it comes back full circle during that time. That, like you would never think would happen again, but it's happened. You would never think that maybe, like if you're in the United States, that you will be a third world country. You never think that could happen. Well, for 100 years, you are. That's the case. That's things you never, because maybe we didn't make the right choices, 100 years ago. So, I mean, those are things that I would really fear about the change, but I would really be interested in knowing, but I think some things may be scary, because it's such an unknown, it's such a, wow, I can't believe that. I mean, you think in certain times, you ask somebody that's in their 80s when they were in high school, and then you ask them about a payphone, they would think there's never be a time that there won't be a payphone. Now, rich folks might have something where they can hook something up and, have a phone or something maybe. Because even in I think the 70s or 60s, they had some car phones. Some people had phones for the car. But they were really rich folks.
70s, was it? I don't know.
I mean, because like when you look at,
80s, I don't know.
No, I think it might have been, because I know there was a song, a series, Jake and the Fat Man. It was like a detective type thing, and I think Jake had a cell phone, but a phone in his car, and so, but it looked like a regular house phone. You pick up like a regular receiver looking and everything. But that's the only thing that would concern me, is about the changes, because we neglect to do what we should have done, and things turn around. But the past is real interested in me, but I just think that even though the past, certain people could only be in certain places 100 years ago, So some people, it wouldn't bother them to go 100 years in the past. Some people, you can't just walk around the street like you walk around the street now in the past. So, but I would love to experience and see it, but I don't know if I like to be then I probably like to be a fly on the wall where, I'm not, they can't see me. I'm just seeing what's going on. But, so it's kind of interesting, because some people, Because Back to the Future was one of the movies I really liked. I like time travel, stuff like that. That's just interesting to me. Just in general, that's interesting to me. But that's a wrap. Y'all tell us what y'all think about these 100 years, going back or going forward. What you think about it? We're gonna get out of here. Before we do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share, comment below, and I do believe that's it.
That's it. Thanks for listening to
Sunshine and E.